Hello everyone, welcome back to Porkies Collectibles. Today we have another great video for you. Today we're going to be talking about secret rare gold cards. But before we start, we're going to be talking about how we're going to set up shop at Collecticon in Long Beach on August 20th and 21st. More information about the near future, but let's go ahead and dive right into the secret rare gold cards. What are secret rare gold cards? Secret rare gold cards are gold finish cards that are secret rares. Secret rares are ones that are over the set number. So for example, 241 out of 150. Those are just secret rares. In terms of secret rares, we're going to talk about the different kinds I like. The ones that I think are lackluster is the ones I think they should just get rid of because they're just no good. But we'll start with the first one, my favorite, the scenery gold cards. These ones are my favorite by far. There's just so much attention to detail that I just feel like I can't say no to them. Definitely Viridian Forest is my favorite. The gold with the forest with that green, the attention to detail. I have so many copies of these just because they're so good looking. Now, there are other ones as well. I think they all look amazing. Martial Arts Dojo is definitely nostalgic in the sense that it reminds me of the original Pokemon game where you could choose between Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, as well as Power Plant, where you can encounter Zapdos and capture it. I would love to see more of these secret rare gold cards. The one I really like from Astral Radiance actually has got to be Path to the Peak. I really want to pull that card. Probably won't pull that card because of my luck, but if I don't mind buying those down the line once they become cheaper, buy the 10-20 copies just because I love the artwork so much. I would love to see more iconic or scenery cards from the Pokemon world itself. I think those would be great. I would love to see Fuchsia City, Lavender Town, Pokemon League, whatever the different areas, the caves. Those are the kind of cards I would like to see just because they're just so nostalgic and not something that you typically see that often in the TCG. It does remind me of a little bit of the Magic the Gathering with the different kinds of islands and stuff like that, but I think they definitely did a good job on these and I would love to see more of these. Next, we're going to talk about the regular basic energy secret rare gold cards. When I say basic, just basic energies: fire, water, electric, psychic. There's so many different types, but these are the ones that I think look amazing compared to the scenery cards, where the scenery cards is more complex and more attention to detail. I really like how simplistic the energy cards they look by themselves. I love the gold with the color, the different color finishes. It just really stands out, easy to look at, really shiny. I mean, kids, I don't see why they wouldn't love them. I definitely love these energy cards. Right now, they're definitely a lot cheaper too, $10 to $20 for the newer copies and from the newer sets. I remember, what was it, Burning Shadows, the Fairy Energy and the Darkness Energy were going like $50, $60 when it was expensive. But these are definitely crowd favorites, definitely eye candy, definitely great for people that just want to deck out their decks. But those are my number 2 favorites. Next, we're going to talk about probably the most important, the Pokemon themselves. Without Pokemon, there is no Pokemon. And let's talk about Flaffy. I did pull this Flaffy, definitely really happy about it. It's not super expensive or anything, but Flaffy is such a great card. I love how they chose a middle evolution Pokemon instead of Ampharis. They chose Flaffy. I would love to see Pokemon choose more obscure Pokemons for these secret rares. Like a secret rare Ivysaur would be sweet. I would love to see that. An Onix. I know these are Gen 1, but just things I can say off the top of my head. I think these are really great cards to go for. Other ones, Frostlass, pretty cool. Octillery, I like that one too. I think they could choose other cards as well. I would love to see more secret rare gold cards that are just the Pokemons themselves. Definitely something I would love to collect. I love the simplicity of them too. These remind me of the original Pokemon with the base sets and stuff where they just focus on the Pokemon. I love how it's just Flaffy, not Flaffy V, V Max, V Star, EX, all the different types of rarities for the Pokemon themselves. They keep it simple. I love simplicity in these cards, and I don't think they didn't need to really change these cards. If they wanted to do a gold card for alternative art, I would think that would be kind of distracting because you want to see the full scenery plus the Pokemon, which I think is kind of a blend between these two. But they don't need a gold finish for it. They already have rainbow rare, full arts, regular rares. They should print different varieties, not the same card in different finishes. Next up on the list, we're talking about Pokemon balls. I remember my first one, the first one I really liked out of the trainer cards was the Ultra Ball from Plasma Freeze. A really expensive card, definitely my favorite, and they've definitely reprinted it over the years. Reason why, playability, definitely something they would use for the TCG. As you know, in Pokemon TCG, certain cards get reprinted over and over. That's definitely due to playability. There's certain Pokemon cards that they just don't print just because it doesn't get used very oftenly. I guess that's something that you really have to talk to someone that actually plays the card game itself. But in terms of these Pokemon balls, they've done a great job. I love, like, once again, the simplicity. Front and center, the Pokemon balls themselves. Looks how shiny they are. Cherish Ball. The Quick Ball looks really cool. I really like. They kind of changed the different kinds of finishes for these gold rares throughout the years. These ones used to be a little bit, you know, like a regular trading card, but then they went full art with it, which I think was a really good decision. Definitely something I enjoy collecting, and I hope to see more in the future. Heavy Ball, Love Ball, there's so many different kinds, different kind of acorns to make those balls. Definitely something I love to see more in the future. Next up, we're talking about non-basic energies, most notably Rainbow Energy. It's such an iconic energy card. Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely something that I love collecting. The Twin Energy just has just a different feel to it. I love the look of it. Looks like it's kind of like raining city in the background. It just has kind of that old school look to it. I just think they did very differently. And then they have these ones where it's just different types of energies, a lot of color and pop to it. So I love the varieties of these cards. Definitely would like to see more of these cards. Let's go ahead and dive into our final one. Now the final one is something I don't really care for. I don't really get it. And this is the one that I said that if they got rid of, I wouldn't mind at all. There's too many Pokemon cards as it is, and it's already too hard to complete master sets, especially since the sets are so huge nowadays. I can't really enjoy collecting when I have to open up, someone had to open like many booster cases to try even to get a complete set. I want to just open up a set and get the cards I want. As a collector, you want to collect the cards. The chase is fun, but not when it's 1 in like 1,000. These cards are things that they can get rid of. The everyday items, the object cards, I don't really care for them. There are exceptions, rare candy, you know, those kinds of ones that are more notable. Those cards I really like, and I can see they can keep those in, but I don't need a reset stamp. I don't need an air balloon. I don't need a red balloon. These cards are cards that I feel like, what's the point of having them as one of the ultimate rarities if they're everyday objects? It's just kind of a slap in the face in my opinion. Why would you do that? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not a lot of fun. I mean, what's next? They're gonna have used socks, or I mean, they have what, trekking shoes? Why would I collect that? I could just leave it as a reverse or a regular non-holographic, and I think they could focus more on the Pokemon themselves or other scenery cards. These ones, I just think they're, you know, trying a little too much. They could make the sets more neat, clean it up a little bit, get rid of these ones. Maybe a couple are fine, but I mean, a skateboard, something I don't really need. Definitely something that, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong. There are people that probably like these cards, and no offense to you guys. Definitely just think they could have chose something else for these cards instead. This is what I've been like to talk about. I want to talk about different rarity cards, and I will be talking about other types as well. My favorite V cards, VMAX, Rainbow Rares, how I think they don't need to do a Rainbow Rare of the same card as a full art, as a secret rare. It's just, don't get lazy. Change up the artworks for these, I think would be great. And we're gonna end our video here today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk about more more subjects or topics like this in the near future. As always, I had fun, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you. Bye. I also like how the AC turned off. Got real warm. This is the one and done, the fun. All right.